Hello everyone. As you can see by the title of this video, we are going to be covering the absolutely terrible trailer that came out today for the game officially, I say that in quotations, known as Battlefield V. I am calling it Battlefield Social Justice due to the utter nonsense that was shown in the trailer. Going to highlight a couple of things with it as well, if I can get this to work. The trailer, as it appears to me, depicts the assault on Nijmegen during the Operation Market Garden. It's pretty bizarre, if you ask me, for them to take this route. Call of Duty's doing horribly, slumping, and they decided that now was the time to Call of Dutyize their game. I don't understand this. There's some random female with a, I'm just going to call her Cat from Halo Reach because, I mean, to be truthful here, I think that's what most of us thought when we saw this crap. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Blue face paint, that's... Somebody said that she's supposed to be Norwegian resistance. That's not at all what happened. Yeah. Just breaking down some of the start of this trailer. Appears to be some sort of squad of something rushing up to a house with Churchill tanks, which were very slow. I believe it was 11 kilometers an hour, 15 kilometers an hour. It's like, it was an infantry support tank. It wasn't designed to be quick. The trailer shows them going very quick, which is not accurate at all. Then again, we're looking at Cat with what appears to be some sort of a silenced, I don't know what, SMLE, I think. Short magazine Lee Enfield. I don't know why there's a tiger here. Yeah, I mean, if this is supposed to be Nijmegen, this is not at all the way Nijmegen went. Yeah, the bridge didn't get blown up, I can tell you that much. We captured the bridge intact. 82nd Airborne elements of the 82nd, along with British 30 Corps tanks, moved across that bridge in force, totally intact. The bridge did not explode. As a matter of fact, none of the bridges that were suspension bridges, if you want to call them this, exploded. The only bridge that exploded was, I believe it was at Soane, and the elements of the 50 Deuce and the 506 attempted to capture it. The Germans blew the bridge. That was a very small footbridge. I don't know what in God's name they're trying to portray here, but it's nothing authentic. Even though if you look at their reply to the comments that have been made on their Facebook page, they would tell you that this is authentic, which it isn't at all. So I don't understand this logic behind this mess. And then we've got a person picking up, I don't know who we're playing as here, but we're picking up an MG42 and we're sliding and jumping with it. It's got some sort of hideous muzzle brake on it. I've carried MG42s in the field. They weigh about 20 pounds. You're not running, jumping, and diving with an MG42. And there most certainly isn't a gigantic muzzle brake on the end of it. That is not at all authentic at all. But wait, there's more. There's always more. We're going to hip fire a P-38. We're going to watch a buzz bomb come in and explode. Yeah. Now we're going to have this German come in. I don't know who he's supposed to be. My main questions for him would be, why does he have a goatee? Germans did not have facial hair. German soldiers were allowed... the only German soldiers that were allowed facial hair would be Gerbesjäger, which were mountain troops, and there was no Gerbesjägers on that front. They were mountain troops, so they fought in the mountains. Where's his helmet? Here's my other question. He would have only been able to have a mustache. And why does this person have a horrible cricket bat that they're beating somebody with? That's not authentic. Also, this guy that was just killed appears to be, at least the camo he's wearing is here, which is Wehrmacht. I don't know. And now we've got Kat here again with her blue face paint. And paratroopers dropping. When the paratroopers dropped during Market Garden, during this period of time, there was no resistance. None. Zero. Zero resistance. Zero. So I don't know what in the actual fuck they are trying to portray here, but they totally failed. Utterly failed. Yeah, this is just... I have no words for this pile of steaming shit that I just watched. It's atrocious. I don't know what. This isn't World War II. I can tell you that. I mean, World War II didn't feature any of this bullshit. So
Joe Cucan has connected. Joe Cucan has joined the channel.
There's my little rant. Let's talk to my buddy Steel Fan. Yeah, I got no words, Steel. No words. Streaming, by the way. About said subject.
I didn't watch it. Is that right?
Don't waste your time. It's another pile of flaming dog shit. Doesn't look like any Battlefield game I've ever seen. It looks like Call of Duty and Fortnite, and then they had a child. And it's some horribly mutated child that should probably be thrown off a cliff.
So I should watch it, that's what you're saying.
If you want to see something absolutely horrific, yes.
Like a train wreck, you know, like something like that. Can't look away.
You mean a video with currently 78,000 dislikes? Yes.
I'll watch it. Okay, I'll watch it.
Oh, we're gonna get your reaction live on the stream, Steel. Live on the stream. Oh, GSP was on Joe Rogan.
Oh shit, I gotta watch that.
I just seen it through my
first
feed. First, the train wreck. I've taken to calling it Battlefield Social Justice. Social Justice, by the way. Just an FYI, everyone, if you read the comments on the trailer, some very interesting things there. And from what I heard, I cannot confirm this, that I don't know who runs their Facebook or YouTube channel, either EA or DICE, was going through and deleting comments. But you got to go look at the video on their Facebook page and look at the comments on there. I've been very vocal, as have many. I've actually reached out to these guys on Facebook and through Messenger and informed them that this is not the course that they need to be going. So I don't have any hope that they will change their course. EA has a very strong pattern of not giving a flying fuck what their fans think, as was shown with the Battlefront 2 launch with all the microtransactions, and this is just another case of it, of them doing what they want, and they don't care about the fans. And I mean, it goes back to Mass Effect Andromeda too, with a lot of the storylines and plots and stuff that was in there, because it did piss off a lot of fans, unfortunately. And I'm afraid that EA just is going to keep doing this stuff, and it's not going to get any better. So, I mean, what are we left with? Postscriptum's coming out, so that's a positive. That looks like a pretty authentic game, World War II wise. Brothers in Arms, which is in the background here, we're playing right now. That's coming out at some point. There's a new one that's been confirmed by Randy Pitchford. There's a game called Hell Let Loose that's more accurate than this. I take issue with their gun sounds. It sounds like somebody recorded some airsoft guns, but it's better than the pile of crap that was in that trailer. I'm not showing the trailer on here because I don't want to have some stupid EA copyright infringement trying to hide my video bullshit. So we've got Brothers in Arms pause in the background as I was kind of going through that trailer, just so you guys could hear me talking. This game is loud, but my question is, where do we as a gaming community go from here? I was one of the people that saw Call of Duty World War II with all the mess that was in that, and I skipped it because I was hoping for this. Your reaction about the same that mine was?
I don't know.
Lost for words, ladies and gentlemen.
Pretty terrible, yeah. Yeah.
You heard it first on the stream. Eternal Steel fan thinks the same thing. It's yeah. I mean, where do we as a community of people who like World War II games go?
Didn't really understand it.
Do we hold out hope for this game and hope we see more at E3 in the coming weeks?
Looks like Battlefield 1.
I mean, I don't have an answer to that. Maybe we'll see what comes from E3, but I'm just not very hopeful with seeing this initial trailer that we're going to get something that's semi-authentic World War II game.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Battlefield 1.
I don't even have words.
Stylized shit.
I would have to agree with that opinion. Yeah, it's yeah, they just kind of took it to like Battlefield 1 was at like maybe a 6, and they just took this to like a 10 with stylization.
I mean, none of it made any sense. It was just
yeah.
She had an arm hook.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I mean, is like every single person in the game a partisan?
That is a good question, and they never answered that. They're just like, here you go.
Maybe they're just all part. It's just the militia war. It's just World War militia.
I don't know. Like, for them to have a huge press conference today, and this is what we get out of it, it's like,
yeah, that's pretty
really?
Terrible. I mean, like, media-wise, it's just, that was a pretty shitty...
Yeah, it's
a pretty shitty trailer. Doesn't really give you anything. Doesn't really show you anything. It's pretty chaotic, non-cohesive.
It's just like classic EA, dude. They're just like, oh, here's nothing. Have fun.
I mean, it was made by a company.
Well, yeah.
It's made by DICE or wherever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
It looks like Battlefield 1.
And I guess there's some feature in it, like Fortnite or something, where you can build shit. It's,
I mean, building fortifications would be cool because that's a thing.
It would have made more sense for World War One. World War Two, that wasn't really.
There's a lot of shit in World War Two. I think they have trenches.
Not for Market Garden, what they're specifically
set up tank
showing.
Traps.
Oh yeah, like.
Was that? Are you sure that's Market Garden? Do you have any idea what the fuck they showed? You're really gonna say, "Oh, that was definitely the Battle of No, you don't fucking know. It could have been anything. It could have been anything. It could have been fucking anything.
They said specifically that she's Norwegian resistance, and that is
Fuck
when
'em.
it takes place. They've pigeonholed themselves.
It was like a V2 rocket, I think.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
She looked like a Celtic face-painted warrior. There was a guy who got hit by a car.
I was waiting for William Wallace to come jumping out or some shit.
I feel like they just looked up like every type of unusual or like unique thing that happened in World War II, and just were like, well, guess we'll make that commonplace. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Which is, I mean, they did that in Battlefield 1, but not to that extent.
Yes. Well, that's why I didn't play Battlefield 1. I was like, this is ridiculous. This is like hyper stylized, fictionalized World War 1 and 2.
This is why my last purchased game before Far Cry 5 was fucking Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. It's just games these days. Just I feel like we've passed our heyday of gaming, and it's just not. Stuff just isn't very good anymore. Just a lot of lazy game development out there is, I guess, what I'm trying to get at.
I mean, there's plenty of shit games, but that's not new.
No, but like for the shit games to be AAA titles, I feel like is a bit different. Because normally it was just like some off developer, you know what I mean? Like, oh, they made a shitty game. Oh, cool. But now it's like, oh, Call of Duty made a shit game.
Small games were good.
Oh yeah, I mean most of the games that I actually play are smaller. Well, were. Hell, I couldn't even tell you the last time I sat down and played something for an extended period of time. Ghost Recon was good.
Far Cry 5?
Even then, that was a couple of weeks ago. I haven't even played much other than...
I mean, I can tell you when that was.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Alright, we have a twofold objective here.
So, this is Market Garden, which, from my understanding, was what that trailer was... I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit more. Which was what that trailer was supposed to be?
Yeah, it looked pretty shitty.
Yeah, I'm probably going to... I mean, maybe we'll see something different at E3 in a couple of weeks, but I'm not really holding my breath.
I didn't buy World War 1 shit.
I kind of regretted buying it. It was okay, but... The only thing that I liked in that was the war stories. That was about it. So this is what they're purporting to...
Because there's like nothing entertaining about World War 1. It's like, oh, gangrene. Oh, rats. There's rats everywhere. Oh, sit around for days.
Yes. Sit
Oh,
around for days and
broken.
Get
Oh,
artillery to death.
A bomb fell on me.
So this is
really
what
sit around and try
we actually look like during Market Garden. As you can see, there's no Luftwaffe in this guy, is there?
Rats?
No,
Shoot at rats,
no,
hunt them?
No. It really isn't. This is what a paratrooper looks like.
Then maybe after 10, 20
during that
hours,
period.
go out.
There's some paratrooper
shot
art
across
that I saw from the concept art,
Some
and
gas.
I was just I was shaking my head. No. Just yeah.
I feel like World War II had enough interesting shit. You didn't have to like go full retard.
I'd have to agree with what he just said. I'd have to agree with that.
It's enough entertainment there, right? There's a reason it's, you know, in everything.
Yes.
There's a million different World War II games and movies and stories. It was pretty fucking interesting.
There's a lot of material to pull from.
Warfare was interesting.
Yes, it was. And from what my understanding too, they were talking about, oh, it's going to encompass all these different theaters of war and all this stuff. So we'll see.
Okay.
Unknown and unseen campaigns was their quote, I believe.
Fire on that position!
It's pretty pathetic if you're going to announce a new game and that's all that you can show is that. I got nothing. I really got nothing. So yeah, this is a Thompson. As you can see, I have two arms. Two arms. Those are good.
And I can't really blame EA. It's not really. I feel like at some point you gotta start blaming the developers.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think, yeah, I don't know.
Keep close to me.
I don't know if it's just lazy game development or they're trying to
It's
go
not
over the
lazy.
top,
It's
or
definitely done on purpose. It's not. There's nothing lazy about it. It's just a different approach, different appeal.
yeah.
Mainstream.
Quick, set up there.
World War II for the ADD era.
I think it's an accurate description. I'd say that's probably an accurate description.
World War II that you can understand with Xanax.
Set fire!
World War II you can understand with your Xannies.
Quick, get over there!
Do you think it goes back a lot to attention spans as well with a lot of that? You know, a lot of people just have zero attention span these days, and it's just not. You just can't make a game that's like immersive and shit.
I wouldn't wax poetic on like. I was joking, but I think it's just appealing to what's popular. Like,
Yeah.
flashy, stylized shooters are pretty popular.
I'd have to agree. You look at like, I know Fortnite's a big. Well, yeah, Battlefield 1. Fortnite's another big example of. I don't know if you can really call that a shooter though.
You shoot in it, it's guns.
Yeah. He definitely wanted to do something different, and different isn't always good.
Deploy over there. All right, I'm going.
It's just the kind of like casual shooter,
Enemy movement. I'm here.
like
Yeah, it is.
TF2 to like Overwatch
Suppress those crowds.
to Fortnite.
Yeah, it's quite the conundrum of where are we at in the gaming industry when we can't even keep attention for a few seconds to have a game that's not some stylized piece of trash? It's yeah. As you guys can guess, I'm very disappointed in this decision of them to go this exorbitant route. You know, the Battlefield 1 route, at least their war stories were decent. You know, they didn't have an armless woman with blue face paint running around. They had guys in a tank, they had the Harlem Hellfighters, aircraft stuff. I mean, it was all pretty within reason. But I'm sorry, a woman with blue face paint running around in World War II was that has not been in any of my historical research I've ever done. So I think they're just full of shit, and they just wanted, like my friend said,
and I think
that
appealing
people
to,
don't
like,
have that
all
attention
different
span.
Groups is kind of the way things are.
Oh, absolutely.
Historicity is not as important as appealing to constituencies.
Totally agreed. It's the direction we've gone in, unfortunately.
Set up the MG over there.
So this is the MG42 we were discussing in that trailer. As you can see, ooh, they opened up the 30 cal.
I think the whole prosthetic
It's a
arm
belt-fed
thing is a little
mounted
bit much.
weapon. I'm not running around sliding, and I'd have to agree. I think that's like totally as if she wasn't already over the top with the blue face paint. It's like, oh, let's give her a claw.
I mean, theoretically, blue face paint is like, okay. This thing having a claw arm
I'd have to totally agree.
in terms of like plausibility.
I mean, if you just look at like somebody with a claw arm can't speak, be combat effective, really? No. It's Brothers in Arms tried to do something like that. It was a game called Furious 5 or something. And I don't even know if it ever launched, because they put the trailer out and people shat on it so hard, I think the game just ended up getting canceled. So this is 101st Airborne Division, which was in some of that concept art, and he had his patch on the wrong fucking arm.
I'm guessing they're gonna.
It
go
is not
for,
that
like,
hard
character
to figure out
customization
what arm you would be wearing.
because the trailer kind of emphasized like the same person, like the same people, like respawning.
Yeah.
Kind of gameplay mechanic, and it's like, oh, this person's back type of deal. So I think they're trying to like emphasize people having a unique character.
That's kind of what it looked like. I think they mentioned that too when they were talking about it.
Let's get that MG set up.
Stay focused and keep your eyes peeled, everyone.
As you see here,
I think it would be nice to have
German
like
squad.
a single character that looks like an actual
Get
soldier.
that
instead.
MG now! Fire on that position!
oh, I'd have to agree. It's like you said though, you know, they got to pander to all that different groups and stuff with keeping them engaged.
At the same time, I feel like most people would want a game with a historical setting that's at least somewhat true to it. So like, not people with robot arms and.
Agreed. They're if you look at their video too, most of the complaints are actually about that. They're like, yeah, we were expecting better from you guys with the accuracy, and this is pretty sad.
I mean, like any accuracy at all.
Yeah.
Like any.
Yeah.
As opposed to none.
Yes. There's only one way you can go when you're on the bottom. Oh, that's up.
Ah, the long con. That trailer's so bad that like anything they put out next is gonna be better.
The next trailer's probably gonna be worse, actually. I don't have any hope, you know?
I mean, I'm not interested.
No, I'm
like,
not at all
This
interested.
game was coming out. Like, I heard just recently that they were making one.
Yeah, 'cause they just announced a few days ago that, oh, we're gonna have this. I mean, it wasn't like planned. It was literally like 2 days ago. They're like, oh, we're gonna have a press conference in a few days.
Over there. Set up there. Put the fire on him. I got another.
It really came out of the blue. Yeah. So, Battlefield Social Justice. Hard pass. I think as it is going to be for most of the gaming community. Let me check on their trailer again. At last check, they had 60-some thousand dislikes. Let's see. What are we up to now? So just for... I'm going to pause it. Just for context. 1.9 million views. 124,000 likes. 80,000, not 80, 80,000 dislikes. 80,000. This is very reminiscent of when Call of Duty put that horrible Infinity War, whatever the fuck that was, Infinite Warfare, trying to be Avengers over here, when they put that trailer out. 80,000. Top comment on the video. Let's see here. Got to dig a little bit. Last year's BF1 trailer was off the hook. This has 384 likes. There's one we're going to cover below it in a second. So good. How could EA make this our first impression? I'll keep watching game trailers that follow, but so far I'm left feeling a little sad. 384 likes. The next one, 721 likes. So World War II a joke? And this is my issue with it, is you're turning this World War II into a fucking joke. Both my grandparents, God rest their soul, well, two different grandparents, my grandpa Emil and my grandma Emily, both served in the United States Army during World War II. My grandpa was in the Air Corps. He was in a radar unit in the Pacific, and my grandma was a WAC at Lowry Field in Colorado. You just fucking took their uniforms and wiped your ass with them, EA and DICE. You just wiped your ass with them. Thank you for shitting on their service. And I've also taken upon...
What was that, like an MG42 or something? What was the machine gun?
That was an MG42.
Looked like it had a skin on it or something.
It did. It looked like it had some like obnoxiously large muzzle brake, like a Barrett 50 cal muzzle brake on it or something too, if you look.
thought it had like some, looked like green, looked like camouflage, but like excessive.
Yes. Yeah, it did. It did.
I guess they were just showcasing like, look, characters, look, guns. You can customize these. And also like giant wooden mallets, I guess.
I don't know if that was supposed to be a fucking cricket bat or what that was.
Yeah, it looked like a giant cudgel.
Yes, it did.
Cudgel.
Yes, it did.
I think that's what it's supposed to be, I guess.
Oh, look, a sheep. Oh, look, another sheep. They're dead. Get fucked, sheep.
That was too close, Baker.
Move the machine gun up.
Hurry up, over there.
Yeah, I don't even know where we go from here as a World War II community if our history is going to continue to be under attack like this. This is nothing but another attack on our history, so far as I'm viewing it.
Reminded me of Battlefield 1, where instead of like a Zeppelin, they were under a bridge, kind of.
It did really feel like that, didn't it?
Michael Bay presents World War II. Except Pearl Harbor is actually action. No disrespect to Michael Bay.
Explosions. Fucking explosions. Fucking explosions and more
I mean,
explosions.
Pearl Harbor was pretty good. Like, the action parts.
Tom Sizemore shooting a zero with a shotgun.
Yeah. Who's the guy on SNL that Donald Trump hates?
I don't think you're gonna kill him with words. Gotta reload.
Brother.
Oh, Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, Alec Baldwin was the Doolittle. It was a good movie. It's a good movie, all around. Let's say it's a good movie. There's a lot of bullshit.
Alec Baldwin before he was a cuck.
You know, but it's a good movie.
Quick, get over there.
It's a good movie. What are you gonna do?
We'll go. I'll be there in no time. Put the fire on him.
Yeah.
That didn't look like a good movie.
What'd you say?
That thing looked like a good movie.
No. No, it didn't.
And saturation, it was like the colors are way too saturated.
They were. It was pretty. That's what struck
It's like
me.
looked like a
It's
jungle
pretty
or
ridiculous.
Like, I know people complain about like gray and darker and not grittier and shit, but like that was like a fucking. It looked like Predator.
Well, that's where kind of
Looked like an
a lot
80s
of
movie.
the Fortnite stuff comes from with me because that's the way Fortnite is. It's
Sure.
like color oversaturated.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I see that. It is very colorful. It's very colorful for like a Battlefield.
Yeah, that's not their MO. I have to look at too, like, did BF1 sell well, you know? Like, was there emphasis on them to change things, like, drastically like they did? With, like, the saturation and all that?
That's the style choice.
Yeah, I guess.
It's like they're rebooting World War 1 and 2. They like rebooted it. This is the 2018 reboot. There's like a gay guy, there's a guy with one arm, there's like 30 chicks. There's a transvestite.
One of the comments on one of those videos actually said they wouldn't be surprised if they, or their first character is going to be a blue transvestite or something.
Or like a black Nazi, right?
Yeah, that was Call of Duty. It's Call of Duty.
It was like a black woman Nazi. Yeah. So,
It was a legitimate feminazi.
It's gone full return. It's gone full meta.
Yes, fully evolved. Oh, running out of ammunition. That is not a good spot to run out of ammunition.
Things inclusive without being
Oh, absolutely. You could, I don't know, maybe have a character that's a Russian female sniper because they actually existed. Like, you say you're going to do the whole war, maybe do that.
Or even like as partisans and stuff. But there's like a lot of soldiers that should be just kind of 18 to 30 males.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that was most of it. I mean, if you want to do French resistance, you could do that with females. Like, they existed, but don't focus on it.
Or I mean, if you do focus on it, they wouldn't be in like a major battle.
No, have it in context, you know? You're doing some cool shit before
Yes.
D-Day or something, blowing up trains or something.
Yes.
Remember, though, we don't want context.
Let's get moving, guys.
Can't have it. That was referenced
Well, I mean,
to a
in Call of
recent
Duty too,
tweet
they had, like,
that
female
said
soldiers,
contact
and
is racist.
pretty much not inaccurate.
I mean, the thing is, too, like, if you're going to do it, like you were saying, you don't have to go fucking stupid crazy over the top with it.
You have to like revise history just to include.
No, you don't. You don't
This
at
is
all.
the 2018 version of history.
Oh, hey, look at that. It's Dale Dye. Dale motherfucking Dye. Playing the role of Colonel Sink, who he also played in Band of Brothers. This game's so good. So good. Fucking Colonel Sink, Dale Dye. Guarantee you there won't be any Dale Dye in Battlefield Social Justice. Can't show any strong male roles. And if they are, they have to be at least homosexual to transvestite. Required. Yeah. I think that about concludes my thoughts. I mean, this is World War II. It's gritty. There's shit exploding. There's people fucking dying. You don't have a fucking gigantic Kugdul or fucking whatever in the hell that was. I don't even know. There's no fucking BF-109s crashing
I mean,
into a
like,
bridge.
Inglourious Basterds, right? That's like a stylized telling of World War II.
So,
Like,
maybe we'll do another detail video once E3 hits and we see more
victimized,
bullshit from that. But
victimizers,
I think
right?
we're going to
It's
be
kinda like
out for now.
fantasy.
So,
Like
thanks for watching,
Jews
guys.
getting revenge type.
Take
right?
care.